Hello, it is another Saturday, not Sunday, which means it's time for another Sunless Sea game. So we're carrying on with our epic fetch quest to find out what happened to our father. Just a hint, if you do this yourself and get Sunless Sea, I will say it is pretty cheap on Steam. It's like 10 quid. I don't know off the top of my head what that is in US money. Dollars. That's what you have. You have dollars. I also may have eaten a tub of ice cream before doing this stream, so bit sugar high. Anyway, so depending on what background you take when you start the game, you get your father's bones are in a different place, and I think for one of them he actually ends up being alive and well somewhere. So obviously, I'm not going to go through and stream all of these possible playthroughs. That would be silly, even by my standards. So anyway, let us hit continue, and let us move on. Something you might not realise just watching the stream is that the game stops responding for like a second every time I hit a loading screen. I don't know why. It's happened on every computer I have. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, right, I got Memento Mori. Awesome. So I think I was saving up for a new ship. Cool. Business honey, meerkat box. So yeah, do I have any ports to hand in? There we are. Okay, hull nearly there. I'm not gonna bother spending any money to replenish my hull. Okay, it is apparently $20 on Steam, so less cheap. A new recruit who awaits my attention. I don't really need more crew. Do you want to buy anything? Nope. Have I spoken with my family? Yes, I shall tell my child about... I shall tell them a Z story. With Z's fog coils fat and white against the window, with the lightest streak, your child disappears under the blanket. So they now have 24 Z fever. Get high enough, they run off to sea. Wait, what am I doing? I need to buy more stuff. Buy some fuel and some supplies. And not a lot else because I have no room. I don't know what accent I'm pretending to be doing. Oh yes, so I want to get some money to get the new ship so I can fit the Memento Mori on it. So let's see, what's good ways of making money? Just go check my map. Right, I think this might be a bit of a stupid idea. Yeah, that is a stupid idea, actually. Okay, so I think what I'll do, I'll get some... I'll clean up some hull space, and then I've managed to spawn the salt lions really close to Fallen London, which is a really useful thing because they have a extra thing that they have a special mission attached to them that can get you a lot of money. So I'm gonna sell my Devaphone dice. Sell. Right, I don't need that much fuel either, so I'm gonna sell. So I need 20 points of cargo space to do this mission, and it will get me a profit of 300 echoes each time, which, you know, isn't too bad. I'm not actually touching the keyboard at the moment. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh yeah, Portal Port would be, I think, another 20 echoes. It all adds up. So, while I am sailing around, so I was thinking quite a bit today about aromanticism in media, and I've said before that Fallen London is really about love stories. So the rubbery men up here, one of the things about them is that they're incapable of romantic love, which in the Fallen London universe might actually be a helpful thing. So I'm carrying some Sphinx stone to London. The Unmakers are here to reduce the salt stones to rubble one block at a time. Help doing their work by carrying the rubble back to London. You will need a deposit and 20 units of spare cargo space. If the stones weep, an Unmaker advises you, ignore them, unless they flood your hold, of course. Then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that. And I'll just grab a portal port and possibly talk to the Unmakers. So the one of you who I know both follows my Twitter, which is Heart of Aquamarine, and also watches this will have seen my series of tweets about how so it's particularly inspired by a video by Lindsay Ellis, the former Nostalgia chick, on monster boyfriends, so depictions of relationships, particularly het ones between women and animalistic men, so Beauty and the Beast, King Kong, you know, that kind of thing, and talking about how in more recent years there's been a much bigger shift towards a very sympathetic portrayal of the monster, which often results in them being transformed by love back to human. You know, it's kind of explicit in a lot of the stories. I don't think Shape of Water does this. I think Shape of Water is just like, yep, we're gonna fuck a fish. I haven't actually seen it yet, so you know. But one of the things that I talk about is how they have often been used as metaphors. The monsters have often been used as metaphors for stuff like queer folk, people of colour, particularly black people in American media, like at the turn of the century, although, you know, basically every group have had it. Okay, submit my port report, or one of them. Yeah, so I get 20 echo, which is quite nice. London delivers Sphinxstone. Special constables, black uniforms, distinctive caps, for a badge of the Ministry of Public Decency, wait with a cart. So I get 500 echo, which isn't too bad, considering how far I had to go. How much cargo do I have? Okay, just quickly stock up a bit from cargo, stock a bit from supplies, and I'll go back for a second run. What was I saying? Oh yes, but one of the things that I've kind of noticed about that kind of story, because I noticed that I didn't really like it. I've never particularly found the Beauty and Beast that great. I have quite a lot of issues with the story, and I am someone who tends to focus more on the negatives of the media that I consume. Like, even if I like something, I can totally just sit down and go, yep, here's why it's shit. Anyway, I enjoy it, but it's terrible. Hashtag Overwatch. Overwatch is terrible, but I love it. So yeah. One of the things I noticed about it is the way that aromanticism is portrayed in these stories. It's very often the sign of the true monster. You know, it's Gaston, it's stuff like that. And yeah, so I am wondering, like, I knew my asexuality coloured a lot of how I view stories and stuff like that, and my romanticism, because a lot of stories are very amatonormative and very kind of, they're amatonormative and they're kind of unpleasant. That might be the wrong word, but it's more, it's not that aromanticism is invisible in the same way that asexuality is. It's that it's inherently portrayed as a sign that something is wrong, and not just in kind of reverse. So you prove that a robot is in fact, you know, have a soul by having them fall in love with someone or anything like that. But I mean, in the way that the, you know, if you want to show someone that is bad, that is one of the qualities you give them. And it's still happening. And, like, I mean, there's other ways that it's portrayed as well. So, like, the idea that a romantic relationship is inherently more worthy than a platonic one. So, I mean, the phrase "just friends" comes up. I friendzone a lot of people. But I mean, so the idea that a romantic relationship kind of solves the problem. One of the worst portrayals of this I've seen is, what's the book called? Something like Counting or something like that, and it was about a woman who her entire life was defined by, I think she was supposed to be OCD, but I don't think this is a sign of OCD. I'm not sure. I need to learn more about it. But essentially, she was entirely defined by counting. So, like, she had to walk a number of steps to her, to the cafe where she goes to every day. She had to order a cheesecake and eat it in the number of bites determined by the number of seeds on top of it, and stuff like that. And she overcame this through the hero's love, and I was just like, I found it. I kind of gave up on the book. Like I gave up properly reading the book. I just kind of flipped through it because I was just so tired of it. And this was before I actually had heard of aromanticism. It's just a really bullshit book, but it's because it's ableist and it's aerophobic, and it's got all of this stuff going on. I can't remember the name. It's somewhere back in Oxford, not where I live at the moment. But yeah, kind of bullshit. Not gonna lie. So yeah, and I think fandom has this problem a lot. Like, fandom is very shipping based. Fandom likes to put characters in romantic relationships. It gets especially weird with real life fandoms, like people shipping real people. Oh! I've got a network error as well. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, sorry about that glitch. A network error came up, so I was just trying to work out what's happening. It appears to be working now that I've gone rid of it. Oh, it's now showing me an advert for like a 50-page long Batman connection, and it looked like. Okay, so I've just been caught on a new track, and made to think about Batman. Sorry. A shady guy has just approached me on the docks. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My what you call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands the dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation? Nope. Inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, which is much patronised by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house. And there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity arrives for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he will refuse your offer. So this is a guy called the Cherry Man, who is one of the leaders of criminals in London, and he's trying to bribe me. I'm going to refuse. A sorrowful farewell. I will not deny that I'm a little saddened, and I think that my patron will also share my sadness. But I understand that you know your business, and that a sea captain is a free spirit, and I will explain carefully to my patron that you mean no insult by refusing of his kind gift. Sail safe. So, yeah, he gets you to do more and more interesting tasks for him, and I don't particularly have time for it. hand him another port report for the Salt Lions. They don't seem to mind it, like they're giving me the same reward each time I do it. Ah! Sign, here's a receipt, here's a discretion contract, here's a penalty contract. Your vision is blurred by the end of it all. The cart rumbles off into the coiling fog. Here's your reward. So I now have enough to buy shipyard, a Forestry class corvette, small and formidable, like a very angry vole. So it's not that much of a boost over it. It's got the same hull capacity. It does now have 200 HP, whole HP, rather than 100, rather than 75 even. Requires more. It requires more people to work it. It requires 15. So I'm gonna have to hire some more people. But yeah, let's trade. So give my new ship a name. I think I'm gonna change it slightly to Undying the Undying. Because why not? That's a name that has nothing bad associated with it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so this is my deck gun. It does a maximum of 36 damage, 26 to 36 damage. Yeah, this does, against living targets from Memento Mori, does 38 to 52 damage. It also has a stagger, so basically when I hit a ship or a creature with it for 2 seconds, they can't charge up their attacks, which is nice. It takes, so they both take 4 seconds originally to charge up. You can decrease that by improving your mirrors. So at the moment I've decreased it to 3.6. This does mean if you get your mirrors high enough, you can just get your enemies into a stun lock. So every time you hit, if you get it below 2 seconds charge, then by the time they've finished being staggered, you're ready to hit them again. So I think I'm going to pick up a bit more fuel and supplies. Then I'm going to go into London. New recruit who awaits my attention. And I'm going to hire a new crew. Then I think I'll also go. So it may be fairly obvious, but the more crew you have, the faster your supplies go down. So I'm going to go to my lodgings. Hey kid! Let me tell you about a distant shore. There is something you saw far across the Black Ocean. Share it. Your child eyes grow round as pennies. They store up the memories of dream fuel. Much later you find the screen you described scrawled on a foolscap sheet by a childish hand. I want to go away to sea. Your child wants to sign on with the ship. Already? But time passes quickly, and most quickly on the undersea. How many years have you been at sea? Don't ask. Time operates slyly out in the dark. Permit it. A family tradition, if your child survive. Many sailors don't. You of all people know that. This is how you gain a scion, allowing your next captain to choose 2 legacies. Or I can forbid it, but who would? Okay, I've got a scion! Hey! Now I just need to avoid pissing off Salt. All is well, for now. New Year's Day, 1890. Quartermaster Assistant of Lee Calais signed a recommendation of Lee Guardian. Give equal treatment. You have a scion. When you die, the next generation may take up the torch. In the meantime, they will still live at home. Probably. So yeah. Right then. So, having got our new ship, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show off a Memento Mori. So I'm going to go up north a bit and I am going to hunt some Lifeburgs, because those are some very nice sources of all kinds of fun stuff. So, oh, also, one thing that I've discovered when looking at YouTube, which I'm sure a lot of people already know, but, oh, hello. This is not going to go well for them. Scuttle it. I have some Piston's honey. So yeah, if I just go into the battle mode, you will see I now have 2 firing arcs. So this one is for my deck weapon, and this one is for Memento Mori. So to use it, I want to keep my enemies in a much tighter arc than I have been previously. So, here's Vanderblight. I'm not going to stop here yet, because I'm going to sail up past it, and I'm going to hit the Lifeburgs first. Hello, Bat Swarm. Would you like a Memento Mori to the base? Into the pot! I gained 1 supply, then 1 terror. I just ate a load of bats. Nailed it. That's another bat form. Oh well. Right, this isn't the conditions I want to go hunting things then. So this snow is slowing me down, so I can only use the first. I can only put it in kind of first and forward. That's a Lifeburg. Right, so basically my plan here is I want to get its attention. Preferably using Memento Mori. That's it. Come on. Come on. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna let it catch up a bit. Mainly just so I get it into both of my weapons firing arcs rather than just one. So it does have a charge attack, but at this range I should be able to avoid it. Hey! It's dead. Right. This is one thing I don't like about Bat Swarm. It's very difficult to tell where the game wants you to actually aim at. It means they can just kick you down because it's difficult to find them. Anyway. Dispose of corpses, and here we are! Right, let's see what the Lifeburg gave us. You destroyed a Lifeburg. Take a moment to enjoy your victory, then poke through the fragments. Concentrate on gathering treasures. You need money more than edibles. Concentrate on replenishing supplies. It big. There may be something edible or combustible in there somewhere. I'm going to go for treasure. Dark fragments. Fragments gleam like obsidian in the depths of the ice. Their glassy blackness recalls Mount Nomad, the predatory terrain feature that haunts the blackness of void's approach. What is the connection? Gain 1 hunting trophy and 3 outlandish artifacts. That is about, if I go back to London and sell them, that's what, about 300, oh, there's another one. So that's about 400 echoes worth of stuff I just got there. So again, same procedure. So with ships, you want to circle around them, keep out of their firing arc. With creatures like Lifeburgs, you want to just keep heading backwards away from them. Okay, so this one, I'm not entirely pleased with how close this one is, just because their charge attack does do a lot of damage. But it's at now low enough that it can't not be killed. So yeah, this was actually what I was thinking of doing when I said earlier on in the stream, I said, oh, that would be a stupid idea, going and hunting some Lifeburgs. Now that I've got a ship that can carry the Memento Mori, hunting Lifeburgs is a very easy idea. What you gonna do? So yeah, I think we are starting to get into a point where I'm doing a bit of grinding just to make sure that I'm there. It's still not enough. I still don't have enough firepower for me to want to take on Mount Nomad, because Mount Nomad has 5,000 HP and does like over 40 damage a shot. It's scary. What you really want is the Icarus in black. And given that I'm unlikely to actually show it to you, basically the Icarus in black is a weapon that fires... It uses monster hunters as its ammo. It fires people who... It fires suicidal monster hunters who just grab onto the enemy and just start hacking it to bits. Which is kind of amazing. Right, that's another one down. Concentrate on treasures. Oh, I got hunting trophy and a cache of curiosities. A sack of dark drop coffee beans. We could run the boilers on this stuff, your second engineer remarks, if we ran out of coke. He sees your expression and hastened to add, we couldn't. Please don't put the coffee in the firebox, Captain. It would be a shocking waste. Gotta love it. Right, I think I am probably going to sail back to London to restock with supplies because I'm getting a bit low. I was looking where I'm going. I can steer. I'm a good sea captain. I really hope that that Lifeburg can't respawn. So obviously they're called Lifeburgs because they are living iceberg. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, shout out to... There's someone in Belgium, according to my YouTube statistics, who has gone through and watched every single one of these streams that I put up on YouTube. So thanks for that. That's really cool. It's nice to see I have an international fan base, and it's nice to just know that at least one person is enjoying me putting stuff up on YouTube, and so you know it's worth going. All clear. There's not actually that much bonus. Like there's not. I don't think you use up extra fuel or anything when you're in battle mode. So, you know. I often just leave it in battle mode. Oh, hi, Batstorm. Oh, die, Batstorm. That, I missed. I didn't leave it to charge enough. So, you'll notice that sometimes when when it charges when my weapon's charging, it will get to about halfway round and it will start glowing. You can fire then, but basically you're going to hit when it gets all the way round. There's a good chance of missing if you only let it get halfway. So, gotta be careful. Oh, here's Vanderblight. I'll just pop in here, see what I can get hold of. The Tomb Colony of Vanderblight. What do I want? Port. And it's expensive, but just to make sure I get home okay, I'm gonna pick up some fuel and supplies here. I have too many windows open. So I'm just like, where's the chat gone? Nearly back to London. So yeah, I think the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to have a bit of a think. I'm going to try and finish off I'm going to try and finish off the coal, the killing off the coral reef mission. Yes. Finish off the chest set. We're actually thinking about it. What I might do is go down south. So there's something I want to keep Scintillax for, but it also takes up room in my hold, so I don't want to pick up too much of it. So what I might, and that's a lot easier if I've gone round and I've looked at some other islands. So I'm probably going to go down to the south and try and open up some of the, try and get some of that map down. Let's see, so I want to go to the Alarming Scholar. And I want to... Right, I have 7 outlandish artifacts. So what you can do is use these to create a heirloom, which means you can pass it down to your scion in your will. But I think what I'm going to do now is just sell the Alarming Scholar a whole bunch of these for 700 echoes. What does the Venture want? Lamb to relics and flute claw. Okay, if I run into a lawn flute, I'll probably kill it and try to get that. Right, first, it's gonna be a long journey, so we want plenty of fuel, plenty of supplies. I also want, I've got a bit of money. I wanted to buy a new engine, but Oh well. I want to keep hold of those because they can be useful. What I'll probably do then is just quickly get my ships repaired. So I'm just gonna do that. What else do I want to do? Don't want to visit too far. Oh, I want to go to my lodgings, time with my family. Just enjoy their company. An evening of a part of your child and sweetheart, and so to bed. Crumpets and bollock jam, and what happens when you spin a child round so fast they're very nearly sick. Quiet at evening's end, shared stories, bats beating at windows, and much later the warmth of renewed passion again after the cold salt of the sea. Vanderblight, what have the nearly dead been up to then? And I think that's about it. Right then, so let's sail southwards. I would sing a sea shanty here, but I don't know if I can. Insert like songs from the Muppets Treasure Island here. So we are sailing towards the domain of Stone, one of three gods of the sea. So south is hers, west is Salt's, up is east is Salt's, up is Storm, north is the Man in the Well, west is either Hell or the Bazaar. I mean, London would probably like to say it's them, but it's the Bazaar. I'm not sure what their building is up there. Oh well. Actually, think about it. I do need to head to the... I do need to go to the surface. Could give that a go, I guess. I don't know. I might need more supplies than I have to head up there. But I kind of want a... Well, I need to get some sunlight for the Crown King. And I've got a mirror catch box, so I can trap it. It just can be reckless. Friend is now dead. I'm sorry, Crab Friend died. So Stone, Salt, and Storm are the three gods of the sea. Stone is represented by diamonds. So if you find a diamond, suddenly Stone is watching you. Okay. I need more fuel. On the other hand, I am very near to... So this canal, it links the surface to the surface sea to the Nerf. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stock up on some fuel in the Iron Republic, because it's quite cheap there, and I'm quite nearby. Then I'm going to sail up to the surface. I don't think I'm going to use all the fuel I get, but... Yeah, I don't think you use up all the fuel. It depends on what you do up there. Of course, I'm now at the point where if I run into the unfinished revolutionaries again, I can totally take them. 120 HP. Man, I nearly have that much HP now. Come on. Get back to the Republic or the Fallen London itself. Probably. One thing, just to get an idea of the differences in scale between Sunless Sea and Fallen London's economies. In Fallen London, you trade in drops of prisoners' honey. In this, you trade in fucking barrels of the stuff. Right, I'm Republic. I just want to... Yeah, see, I can sell from Memento Mori. I don't want to, because that would be a terrible plan, but you can sell it to people. So if I just... That's 24. Hold. If I... Right. So you can throw cargo overboard, so I'm going to... I'm probably going to regret that later. But... Whatever. YOLO. You only live as many times as you come back from the dead. I'm not working out that acronym. I think it was Drake who came up with YOLO. Sir Francis Drake just going YOLO. Okay, right, so... Right then, shall we go up to the surface? Dock. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shallow turns to the sunlight of the surface. Travel to the surface. Wait, linger for surface gossip, one vision of the surface, and get information from port, and... The coils of the earth. The engineers of the canal took advantage of existing caves and passages where they could. In ancient times it was a passage to the underworld, they say. But still, the labour must have been staggering. The story goes that the masters of Bazaar lent their arts and allies to the task, but the surface nations played down the fact. Certainly some of the tunnels looked blasted or tunnelled. Others looked dissolved. Stone pigs, the Stoker whispers. Stone pigs. Lost 4 terror, lost 10 fuel. Ooh. And 1 supplies. Here I am. The canal emerges in a little lake called Vanerius. A warm breeze ruffles blue waters. You and your crew shelter like vampires from the light, with awnings, curtains, boardroom hats, poplars, birdsong, the warmth of a Campanian sun. Open your bringer mirror catch box. Open it wide, let it bask in the light until it baffles and convolutions brim with sun. I now have one sunlight-filled mirror catch box. The box will remain filled with light until it's opened, even underground. They do it with mirrors. Right. The sky is blue hot metal. Syndicus buzz like a headache. This is no place for an sailor. So I could go to Naples, but I don't really have a fuel and supplies. So instead I'm going to return down below. Silver green safely, down into the dark and quiet. No birdsong, no surface wars, no raucous peasants. Still water, the glint of eyes. Yeah. Going there is dangerous. Gotta be careful. Okay. So I think actually, so this has been a bit of a filler episode, I think. I've just been kind of doing some tasks. I think what I'm probably going to do is go up to London and probably call it there. So, not quite as long as some episodes, but, you know. Things got done, at least. Of course, there is a risk going to London itself that I might... I'm going to leave the crab friend alone this time. There is a risk going to London in that sunlit filled mirror boxes are technically illegal. Apparently people are getting quite bad lag. I'm not sure what's going on there, so... Probably a good idea for me to finish this one up. So yeah, because sunlight is so dangerous here, having mirror watches full of it is kind of contraband. So there is a randomly determined chance that I might have a visit from the Ministry of Whatchamajigger's Decency. Going, hey, are you smuggling in sunlight? Which could be a problem. You can tell I'm tired, I'm yawning. Okay, here we go. Am I going to get arrested for this? No! The lights of London welcome you home. Collect message from the harbour master. The alarm scholar. A little present from a scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something on your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Oh, I got some new supplies. Dark glass. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you it has vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for emergency, perhaps. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. You've got a glimpse of the surface, and I'm gonna call it here. So, thanks for watching this one, and I'll another stream next Saturday for the same time. Saturday after that, so I'll be able to stream on the 10th. I won't be able to stream the week after because I'm going to be busy, but I'll be able to stream after that. So, Also, if you follow my Overwatch streams, those should be done by the end of this month. Hopefully the new hero Bridget will be properly out as well, so I can show you that. That will be in the last week. And then next month we have something interesting lined up, which some of the people in the chat already know about. So we're going to be doing a let's play with three people let's play of Destiny, if we can get the streaming software to work. So yeah, it'll be pretty good. Look forward to that. By Furiosa, one of the chat regulars, are going to be there. So yeah, thanks for watching and good night.